Okay, sit down. We got to talk about what's going on between Kim Kardashian, Jeff Bezos, Lauren Sanchez, and we can throw in Sydney Sweeney's name, but we'll talk about that later. Y'all, what is going on? Did Kim Kardashian just get played? Or is there something more? What am I talking about? Jeff Bezos just announced that he is giving $8 billion to a film, to the next Bond film, and he wants Lauren Sanchez to not only star, but to be the next Bond girl. They're saying this is not an act, this is not a request. She is his muse, and he is demanding that she be the next Bond girl. Now, let me just say this, right? Because, the Bezos, and she made Lauren Bezos Sanchez, right? Go ahead and marry into that wealth girl, right? I kind of get it. If I was spending $8 billion on the movie, you better put my face. Nepotism where? Right here. Collusion where? Right here. I wouldn't care. You damn right. I'm spending $8 billion, however much they're talking about on the Bond franchise or whatever. I'm going to be the star. So on that thing, I kind of understand why they're doing it, right? And they're being super outrageous with it. But you have to look at what's going on besides that. No, you're saying, Tisa, get to the point. What does that have to do with Kim Kardashian? Because, listen to me. Kim Kardashian has always said she wanted to be a Bond girl. Her even getting into acting and starting off with American Horror Story and all these things, blah, blah, she 100% wants to be a Bond girl. She's been saying it since 2011. She just said it in 2024 and one of the seasons of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I think when she was dating Pete, right? The father of the bee, Pete, right? The man that ruined her reputation. Right? Dating Pete. She literally said she wanted to be a Bond girl. Okay, right? So, sorry. Been out partying too much, right? She said she wanted to be a Bond girl. Now, the funny thing is, Jeff Bezos, Kim Kardashian, and Lauren Sanchez used to be like this, okay? Lauren Sanchez wore Skims up to space, all the stuff. But something happened where Kim, I don't know if they're still cool. I guess with the Bezos, you can't really bark too much. If you're in their social circle, they are the big dog, so you got to act like you're cool if you're in their social circle, right? It seems like everything that Kim wanted, Bezos is giving it and giving it to someone else. Case in point, all right? Bezos, she wanted to be Bond girl, and now Jeff is giving it to Lauren. Don't believe me? Let me read you this article. Okay, I found the article. The article is Jeff Bezos is reportedly obsessed with casting wife Lauren Sanchez in a major role in Amazon MGM's new James Bond. They said this isn't just fantasy casting. The James Bond reboot is certainly shaping up to be an interesting project. A new project claims that Amazon boss Jeff Bezos has already set his sights on the next Bond girl, his new wife, Lauren Sanchez. They said the pair recently married in June in a start, we all know that, they claim that Bezos has become obsessed with the idea of casting her in a major role. He's obsessed, said a Hollywood insider. This isn't just a fantasy casting. Jeff wants her on screen, period. The report claims that Jeff is looking to have her front and center in the next film, saying she's not an actress, but excuse me, she's Jeff's muse. When you spend $8 billion, you get what you want. The $8 billion in question is a whopping price Jeff paid for MGM Studios when Amazon purchased the company back in 2021, which means Jeff will have considerable pull in the new reboot. It's possible that Lauren, or even Jeff for that matter, will make a cameo appearance in the reboot. Okay? Okay. Now, here's the funny thing when it comes to this. I tend to believe this is true, but isn't this around the time that Kim Kardashian decided to make a big jump into acting with Jeff Bezos? In 2021, and that's when Jeff was like, yeah, I'm going to buy studios, this and that. And she was trying to prove she could be a leading lady. But here's the whole point. Did Jeff Bezos literally do a Kardashian on the Kardashians? Meaning, did Jeff actually, right? Did Jeff actually pull a Kardashian on the Kardashians? Meaning, did Jeff hang around Kim and Kris to get all their ideas, all their future endeavors, all their things? Because Kris was probably like, no, this is how we make it work. Like, we can do this. Kim going, she gonna have that studio sitting on top. Let's do this, right? And Jeff was like, right. Yeah, you got it. Yo, call the thing. No, we're not doing Kim. We're getting Lauren in here. Call. All right. He gave something, an idea that Kim had, and then gave it to Lauren. Now, this is right on the heels, if you haven't seen that video, of the Sydney Sweeney situation. Say what you want. We're not talking about that American ad. We'll talk about that later. But Kim had been cozying up to Jeff and by proxy Lauren. And I don't know how Lauren felt about that, because if I saw Kardashian cozying up to my man, I'd be like, well, I already know it's going to be some foolery. Like, let's just... It's not the point of whether your man would go. It's the point that if they want to, they are very disrespectful to relationships. They don't care. They will try it. At least that's what it looks like from the inside, from the outside looking in. Okay, so Kim literally opened a private equity firm, Sky Partners. Remember, they said that everybody's like, well, where are you getting the money from? Because it takes billions. And Kim doesn't have that type of money to open that. This takes billions, right? Everybody said she was expecting a big grant or investment from Jeff Bezos. That never happened. On top of that, they were hoping that Jeff Bezos would invest capital into Skims and take Skims to the next level. Worldwide, Skim shops everywhere, out of this, that, and the third. It seemed like it was going because Jeff Bezos was like, what? You know, Kris Jenner's like, yo, we can do this. This is how you get, yo, look at the figures. Underwear, it sells like this and blah, blah, blah. And you know, Kim, and look at the sales from Skims. And they were trying to get them all hyped up. And Jeff Bezos did the same thing. He was like, right. Yo, I love it. How much you want me to invest? Yo, I got it. Yo, get Sydney Sweeney on the line. That $1 billion that Kim was hoping that he would invest in Skims and take Skims to the next level, he decided to invest with Sydney Sweeney and a few of Sydney's partners and get a lingerie line that is Sydney Sweeney's answer to Skims that will be sold in stores, online, and everywhere. They literally took all of Kim and Kris's ideas and they decided to literally, after they took everything, they decided to push it out as their own. Again, this is the second time in a row that Kim wanted something, Kris was behind it, and their good friends, Jeff Bezos, took it and gave that $1 billion to Sydney Sweeney, and then he gave this $8 billion, well, he didn't give $8 billion, but he bought a studio, getting an MGM around the same time that Kim was seeing how lucrative acting could be and trying to get projects off the ground. And now Kim's dream of being a Bond girl is going to Lauren Sanchez. Now, this could all be a coincidence. However, I don't know. Something is off. Kim seems like she is very upset. This cockiness she had when she first left Kanye and was like, oh, I'm just into bigger rooms. You know, I'm doing bigger things. I'm where the real money's at. That cockiness has completely disappeared because where is the real money at? It's like you had it, or you thought you had it, or you thought you were on your way to having it. And now it's not around anymore. And now Lauren went from being a fiance to his wife. Cue Mandy from Love and Hip Hop. Went from being his fiance to his wife. And now look, Kim's just out, and all her ideas and plans she had are given to Lauren or given to Sydney Sweeney. Now, I know there are reports that Lauren is not happy about Sydney Sweeney, but I think that Lauren would trade one Sydney Sweeney for all the Kardashians, because you know the Kardashians, they seem like they just trying to get a bag. And they're like, what's your flavor? Kendall, Kylie, Kim, Khloe. The only person I think wouldn't do it is Khloe, because you know she ain't never leaving Tristan. Khloe and Kourtney. Kourtney is like, no, I'm cool with Travis. But the whole point is, Kris Jenner is like, we got a roster, right? Which one do you want? So again, back to my point, something is going down between, at least I think so, between Jeff Bezos, Kim Kardashian, Lauren Sanchez. At the very least, it looks like Bezos might have did a Kardashian on the actual Kardashians. Anyway, you guys, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.